We are here at the Family Partnership for episode 4 of Let's Sit Down. First and foremost, we're going to start off with introductions. I am Jaquana Ashley from CM2, and we're going to start off with Sade.
I'm Sade Shiraz from Learning Treehouse.
I'm Chanel Tobert.
And I'm Stacy Bottoms.
All right, I guess so. We just going to get into it. And what I want to talk about first is the pandemic and how you guys have been handling it. I know everybody might not have children, but we deal with children in some type of capacity, whether it be in the school or, through ministry. So, Sade, you have 2 boys. And you run a daycare. So how has it been?
Rough. That's the only way I could put it. Not even just from a business stance, our businesses having to close certain businesses, but just my kids and their education. My children both have lots of energy. Mm-hmm. And being inside all the time, it doesn't help. Having to sit and stare at a computer screen, it's just, I think they're having more of a difficult time than we are, and it's just been taking a mental toll on the entire house. Mm-hmm. We've been trying to stay busy. We've been trying to keep the kids occupied, but you can only keep them but so occupied in 4 walls. We're a traveling family, and just the limitation and just the obscure times, it's been rough.
Yeah. But you yourself, how have you been dealing with it?
Myself. If I'm to be honest, I think it's definitely taken a mental strain on me. It's the lack of socialization, the lack of being physical,
the interaction that you can have with people.
Just a lot of things that I would typically do in the summertime and the wintertime. Mm-hmm. That's sort of kind of taken from you. And originally, when COVID first, we started to get wind of it in March.
A year ago.
A year. I've been wearing masks for a year. It's been a year. We've been wearing masks for an entire year. Yeah. We were in New Orleans going on our first trip that we haven't gone in a while because, we're parents and we do a million different things. We don't have any alone time. So we were in New Orleans, and while we were in New Orleans on Bourbon Street, the horses and the cops came like, everybody, you have to go inside. You have to go back to your hotels. They everything shut down right then and there. So we had to cut our trip short 2 days and go back home. So mentally, it has taken a huge toll on me. And you don't really like to, label yourself as having mental this or just whatever. But it's different when everything is ripped away from you. So it's been rough.
And we're going to touch on that a little bit more later on. But Chanel, being a teacher, how has that been for you? Not being able to see your kids.
Oh,
I mean, well, you see them virtually, but.
Yeah. So imagine your life, like you said, being ripped away from you in 2.5 seconds. So we're in school one day, and then the next, take everything you need out of your classroom, and it's done. Mm-hmm. And that's it. So imagine going to school and seeing 100+ kids a day. You're hugging, seeing their cute little faces and tying their wet shoelaces, holding their clammy hands, and that's just taken away from you. Everything is it's taken away, and you're just home, staring at walls. And now you're wondering, okay, this student told me about this. I wonder if he's okay. I know this student comes hungry to eat breakfast. I wonder if they're feeding. If they're eating. So it's just a lot that goes on in your mind. And then I'm just home, and I'm like, wow, there's no human interaction. There's no touching. And that's when it took a toll on me, probably 2 months later. Mm-hmm. Anxiety. Yep. I mean, it was to the point I had a major anxiety attack. I didn't know what it was. My friend had to tell me what I was going through. I had to go to my sister, a good friend's house of mine, and call her my sister. And I was like, just hold me. She was like, well, I was like, you have to hold me. She had to hold me for a whole hour. And then God has blessed me tremendously because I have 2 cousins that came to stay with me during the pandemic. But before the pandemic even started, and I was I don't know what's going on with my body right now. I'm not sure. You have to hold me. They was I was like, I don't know what's going on. Hold me, please. And they would have to hold me for a whole hour. And I didn't understand. what was going on, and it was just like the lack of human interaction. It was tough.
So quickly.
It was real. So I know some people like, oh, teachers got it easy. You're home. No, people do not know what we go through, how much we care about our students. They become ours, and now we don't know what's going on with them. We can't talk to them. We can't be their social worker, their mom, their grandmother, their auntie. We can't, like, literally. It's
And you can't teach the way you
No.
normally would.
And now
they're
they're
not
going,
educated. Yeah.
oh my goodness, and then they're going backwards. They've made so much growth, and then March comes, and you're like, what's going to happen to this student that took leaps? It's a lot. It's a lot. And people just think, oh, teachers, oh, yeah, y'all just home. Y'all chilling and still getting paid. I'm like, y'all don't get it. You really don't get it. How much we truly care and love
And now the education is
this
just like,
our students.
Now, Stacey, I know what you do youth ministry. So how has the pandemic affected that? Affected you interacting with them, and then just you personally, how have you been dealing with it?
well, I'm gonna say this. There's good sides and there's bad sides, right? The bad side of the pandemic for us in church and our youth, like, first of all, I haven't seen my kids in like a year, and I missed them. So today, after this, we're going bowling, lazy tag. I'm like, we have to see. Like, I can't do it any longer. I gotta be around my kids, and they need to be around each other because they're so excited and can't wait to see each other. They haven't seen each other in a year, and a lot of them don't live in Poughkeepsie. They go, so it's not like they could even get together in the city. But it's been rough out, and I'm just speaking for the church too, because it's been a lot of deaths. Like, so many, if it hasn't been in the church, it's been members of our church, close, immediate family. So we dealt with so much death and so much sickness throughout this whole thing. And that is, I literally think it's been like 2-3 weeks since we've heard of a death, and that's probably the longest stretch since this whole year. And so that's taking a toll. And then we can't be with each other. We can't console each other. We're consoling each other through texts and cards. We can't. And they just started doing like walkthroughs and stuff for funerals, but even there, you can't touch the family. So it's just that social needing to hug somebody and be with a person, because that's how God made us, to be with each other, to be social in the fellowship. So it's taken a lot of mental tolls on people. For me, it was like I said, I just miss everybody. When we're in church, we're always hugging, and kids, we're happy to see each other, and we just don't have that. And so it's been hard, especially like for the kids, knowing, like you said, they're making steps in education and school, and then when this happened, boom, that was it. And then the teachers are expected to come back and just picked up where they left off, and it's not easy. And so it's so many different obstacles.
That's what I don't understand.
And they're not putting that.
Are we?
Yes.
I can definitely speak on that.
Yes.
Oh my goodness.
And we're not
Thank
equipped
you,
for
parents.
that.
Like, you are the teachers. We cannot do this without you. It literally takes a village, or the parents, the grandparents, the babysitters, like everyone. Oh my
A
goodness.
village, yes, because that's what we need to get back to, is a village, for real. Because this is the time where we need the village. Like, it's crazy. But as far as for me, I have to say God has been good. He's kept me. Mentally, sometimes, like, I had a surgery and stuff a couple months ago, and I got kind of down. So I'm like, I miss my friends. I miss my friends, and I wanted to be around people, but I got past that because God has been good. So, even like I said, there's bad things and good things, but my relationship with God has gotten better, and just just having like time to yourself. But just having time to yourself and really kind of just getting myself back on track, and a lot of things happen. And now I'm like, this spring and summer, COVID, bye. I'm not even playing. I'm doing my thing. I'm still gonna prepare and but I'm not staying in the house this spring and summer. Like, I gotta get out and we gonna find somewhere to go. Like, because this ain't happening again this year, because it's really done too much to families and the community, and people are struggling, finances, people are dying, we're losing. It's too much. And it's something that, okay, we've been scared of it long enough. Okay, but we're going to prepare, we're a master, but we're going to go do
Social
us.
distance.
Okay.
So I'm moving along just a little bit. So we know this, it is Women's HERstory Month. I'm gonna not say history. It's her story because it's about us. And this month celebrates women and achievements that we have done throughout history, throughout like different fields, whether it be entertainment, medical, education. Of course, we have those that have paved the way for us, like Rosa Parks, Coretta Scott King. And there's others, but what I want to touch on more so is the newer ones coming up. So when I think about it, what comes to mind is hopefully I'm saying her name right, Marsai Martin. She's she's 16 now, 16-year-old actress and executive producer. You might have known her from Blackish,
with the glasses, and she also did
she played
the hair
in Little.
movie. Yes, love her.
So she's the youngest executive producer in Hollywood. She's also a 9-time NAACP Image Award winner, and I believe she's amazing. She's setting just a dope example for young women, of that age. Little girls can look up to her and be like, you know what, I want to, produce a movie, or I can be in that field. I can do that. And then also I want to touch up on Brianna Thompson. She is in the wellness field. She just opened up a Black-owned spin cycling studio in Bed-Stuy. And I think that's amazing because she is giving people of minority, the opportunity to, participate in something that is outside of our norm. We might not take a spin cycling class. We might not want to do that. We might not be able to go there, or it might be too expensive. So I think of those, young people coming up. What do you guys think of? Who influences you?
I'm glad you geared, because I know we listen to politics and you try to connect, and everybody tries to gain as much information as we can right now. Because even now at 31 years old, there's still a bunch of things that I'm learning, like about politicians, about politics, about Black people in the medical field, women in the medical field. But when I connect with someone, or when there's someone that's inspirational to me, they have something that I could relate to, something that's personable. I love Issa Rae. I love her. Love her. Not only that she started her own show on YouTube, because they wouldn't give her a show, or she couldn't get a show. She started her own show on YouTube, her own series on YouTube, which was then picked up. And I remember when I was reading her up, or watching her in the beginning on YouTube, they were trying to, when the pilot got picked up, they were trying to cast an actress that just did not fit the awkward Black girl that she is. I'm an awkward Black girl. So they were trying to cast all these actresses, and she's like, nah, this is not who I'm trying to talk about. So she was like, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna be the lead role in my show. And then look at her series. And Issa Rae, she does she had this show, or this whatever called The Sip, and she would go back to LA, and she would give people the nitty gritty of how she got from point A to point B. Because what I appreciate about her is that you're not stingy with information. There's other people but they just don't know how to get from point A to point B to point C. She'll do her show, she'll give back to LA, where she's from, Baldwin Hills, and she has these these sessions where she's just like, you guys are interested in being in the media, you're interested in being an actor, you're interested in script writing. Let me give you the tools and information on how I got from here to point here. I love, if I could talk about anybody, Issa Rae. That's my girl.
She's dope.
Yeah.
Like, who influenced you?
Dawn Staley.
Okay.
She's a South Carolina women's basketball coach.
Okay.
She went to college, played college ball. She played in the WNBA. She coaches South Carolina women's basketball, and over the pandemic, I literally became a huge fan. Like, watch every single last one of their games. Go back, because you can go on YouTube and watch the old games. And it's like how she built a wonderful women's basketball program. And I know a lot of the teams, they just reload. All right, you just get the great players. But she, as just a woman, Black woman, just built that program and won the national championship. One of her players, Asia Wilson, has a statue in front on the college campus. Okay. Now she's in the WNBA, and it's like, you helped to build great women. A woman building great women. She's just like amazing. And then on, like, before every game, she puts a scripture on a paper and she posts it on Instagram. And I'm like, what's she gonna say today? What inspiration she has today? She built that whole program.
What's her name?
Dawn Staley.
Staley.
Yeah, that look her.
Yes, definitely will. Stacey?
It's hard for me to pick one person. Like, and I'm kind of like going off with Sade and what you said, I'm gonna speak collectively with Black women, from Angela Davis, Rosa Parks, and
Ones that
Coretta
paved the
Scott
way.
King, and Mrs. Betty Shabazz, all those wonderful Black women leaders, Maya Angelou, just all them women. And the one thing that I loved about them, one thing I'm very big on is class and elegance. I don't believe in having to show ourselves and to get, and just classy women, intelligent women. I even will go back as far as to Marcus Garvey's wife. Like when I researched him, like the impact that she had on him, the impact on after he died and how she kept his legacy going. Like women, we are just dope. Like we are. We just,
Excelling in everything.
And it's so, and we could go back and continue to go back. But like now, what I love to see with our women is the entrepreneurship.
And there is so many of them right now.
Yes.
Yeah.
And what I would love to see from that is that we really start supporting each other. We have so many dope women, educated women, lawyers. There's a all Black women's law firm, I think it's in Virginia or DC, that one of all Black women. Like, I'm just like, that's so dope. Like, oh my God. So I'm just like everybody, I just get a little bit from everybody. Like you said, the young lady, what's her name again? Who's executive producer?
Marsai.
Yes.
Marsai Martin.
And she's so cute and so funny because I do follow her on Instagram. But she's still a kid. And she still acts, but you would look at her and never think that about her. So I just love just the class and the intelligence of Black women, just to be leaders to our young girls, like you said, just looking up, like I can do that because you know what, we need to do.
Because it opens up the
the
way for younger kids, and they see people like them.
Yes. And they
Definitely.
that's true, because you don't understand, or just as a kid, how much it resonates with you seeing someone who looks like you, whether it's skin color or just the same gender, just something that you could hold on to that's familiar to you. You see someone doing that, because when you start to see people in certain positions that don't look like you don't feel the urge or desire or feel like this could be me one day,
Even though
because you
you
don't
might have
see,
an interest
because
in
you may
it.
have an interest,
Yeah.
but you don't see
Like,
anyone do
I
it.
don't know if
So
I can
maybe
do
you don't
that.
act on the thought. It takes
Yeah.
a very, very, very small effort, small change to ignite a fire in a kid.
Absolutely.
And
we
this is
all
what
work
these
with
women
kids.
have been doing.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, and they never stop. Like no matter the challenges, women have just been.
And
we're
there's been
just
quite a few,
exactly. Yes, it's just. So I just, I'm just shout out to women, beautiful queens,
Yes.
for real,
Yes.
for real. Just thank you for what you're doing.
All right, so now we're going to get to that part where we spotlight a person or a business or a product. So I'm going to hand it off to Sade, who has a childcare service. So tell us some more about it.
Okay. My name is Sade Shiraz. I have a group family daycare called Learning Treehouse. I started off as a family daycare, and the third year I expanded to group family to be able to accept more kids and service more parents, especially during the pandemic. I service kids 8 months to 5 years old. It is a learning through play environment, but very structured. We do a little bit of Montessori in there, and we do a lot of hands-on learning. It's ran by myself. I'm the director and the owner, and then I have 2 staff members, which is my mother and my aunt. We're in a prime location. Poughkeepsie High School isn't too far. Neither is the middle school, Smith School, Clinton, all within walking distance or a very short drive. All home cooked meals, 7:30 a.m. to 5:30. We'll be offering after school and before school programs.
Nice.
I've been in Poughkeepsie for a majority of my life, born and raised here. I went to an HBCU. Education is a huge thing for me. I have 2 small kids of my own. So your kids are in really safe hands. We love children. It's a wonderful, clean home environment. And if you'd like to find out more information about the daycare, you can go to www.learningtreehouse.org. You could also look at our Facebook page, which is Learning Treehouse, or our Instagram handle, which is also Learning Treehouse. So, yeah. Thank you.
That's another black owned.
Go ahead, Sade.
Yes. That girl power right there, okay?
You had me with the home cooked meal.
Right? So another thing that I wanted to share with everybody, Amatula butters. My baby put me on to this. It's really good for your skin. It was created by Naima Muhammad. I don't know, ladies ever had this?
Yes, love her.
Works wonders. It's amazing and it's affordable. And she's local, I believe Kingston. Also, I want to give, I guess kind of like a shout out. Well, not really a shout out. Just let you guys know where we're at, where we're shooting at. We're in the partnership, but we're at the Sadie Peterson Delaney African Roots Library. And as you can see, we have a whole bunch of books behind us, nonfiction, fictions, autobiography, and they're all by African American authors. I feel like it's a hidden gem in Poughkeepsie. It's local, it's right here that people don't know about this. This is our history, our roots are here. You can learn so much. And we say at times that we don't see this, we don't have this, but it's right here, so come and check it out. So I guess we're gonna move it along to fitness, women's health.
Talk about it.
How do you guys feel about it?
I'm trying to get there.
Now with the pandemic and the COVID-19.
Yes. Mine's more like COVID-30, but and I like carbs. So carbs they're my thing. So I mean, does anybody have like a gym routine? Do you go anywhere? Do you jog? Do you run?
Show them what you got. Show them what you got.
So I just want to say that fitness, we always want to look better and feel better and go to the gym. And that was like 15 years I wanted to do that. But then, and I would go to the gym. I get tired. I'm like, I'm leaving. I ain't staying here. I wouldn't push myself. So I said I knew I needed to. I can't do it on my own. Just some things we need help with. So I got with Kareem Patterson. We know him as Cap. He has APJ Boxing up at 677 Dutchess Turnpike, and he's dope. He has Ty Stokes with him and a few other people. But I go there 3 times a week. I pay for personal sessions, and we don't just do boxing. Boxing is good for the mental, but we also do fitness. And when I tell you they be killing me.
You looking good.
No,
Thank you.
Hand-eye coordination.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, I watched the video. Do it myself.
But I'm saying I love it, and it's like so important because I feel good. I'm looking good, and I thought I lost weight, but I didn't. But the good thing about it, though,
Well, you probably did. It's
gain
the
muscle. But my weight is losing, like the fat. I'm losing the fat
So
and
you're
gaining muscle.
trimming down.
Exactly.
You don't focus on weight, weighing yourself.
Yes,
That's
yes.
the thing. You don't focus on weighing.
I had a physical done, so I just weighed I got to weigh, but I wasn't doing it before that. But fitness is very important because like for my family, I don't have longevity in my women. Like my mom died at 52. My grandmother died in her early 60s. I got an aunt, my mom's sister, who died in her late 40s. So I don't have longevity in women. And it's not that they were the most unhealthy people, but I just kind of want to break that cycle.
To push it along just a little bit, so you feel like maybe that's when the importance of yearly checkups and certain checkups
Absolutely.
come into play.
Absolutely.
So I know a lot of like women, we do a lot. We're here, we're there, we got the kids, we're trying to
Yes.
figure out this, we're scheduling this.
Yes.
I feel like it's important to take that time out to get your yearly checkups. Just check in with yourself, make sure
Absolutely.
I'm okay, to make sure you're able to make sure everybody else is okay.
And even with not just the yearly checkups, like even with breast exams.
Yes,
Do them monthly.
that is important.
Yeah,
Do them monthly. Don't wait
do it
because
yourself.
my mom died of breast cancer. Well, she had it at 3 different times, and she first got it at 46, and she was like adamant on her appointments, and she used to go. But what happened was she was feeling her breast. She had went and got her mammogram. It was normal, but she would do her breast
something herself,
and she felt a lump, which was like 4 months after she had her mammogram, and it ended up being breast cancer. So that's why it's important.
After she had the mammogram?
Yes.
because she's doing the checkups herself. Because it's what, like a year to 6 months in between.
A year,
so you have that
every
time
year.
in between.
Yes.
So I guess
I try to stay up on my checks as much as possible, and I've been looking for a different doctor. This is my own personal experience. I just feel like sometimes the doctors, you could tell them that something is wrong with you or you're not feeling comfortable with something, and my doctor tends to not believe me. Like he's like,
or they'll be like, oh,
or he'll brush it off like it's just getting older. Worse. You're just getting this or whatever.
If it gets worse, come back.
And then
it's like I know,
or like I know myself, huh?
Or try this pill.
Yeah, or try this drug. I'm like, no. I'm like, I have back pains, knee pains, whatever. I'm like, it's something that doesn't feel normal to me. Can we look into this? Y'all just sending me home.
You're just getting older.
I definitely wellness and just making sure everything is in working condition, and then just our eating habits. And that was another thing with COVID. We developed such poor eating habits. Snacking
I'm with you.
How bad it was until COVID.
I knew when the grocery bill started getting higher, we were buying snacks because we're home. When you don't have nothing else to do, you're just watching TV. Quick
That's
and bag
like
of chips.
like I need a snack. I want a snack.
Well, we don't need the snack. We just the snack is there.
Like I need a snack.
I just when I have stuff to do, when I don't have stuff to do, in between things that I'm doing.
If you like me, I wake up 2 o'clock in the morning. Where my Skittles at? Go buy Skittles and eat some candy and go back to sleep.
I need some cereal.
We definitely have to be mindful though.
Yeah, we have to be
of
mindful.
what we're putting in our body. Our body is the temple. So.
And then I think just, around here, they're doing a better job of, making more like healthier options, organic options. But for a while, like 5-6 years ago, it was a lot of junk food places around, a lot of fast food, just on mass, something quick to eat, something that's affordable.
Just a little deeper. I feel like that all ties into mental health. Because, it's a mental thing. It's a habit. It's something that you have to mentally change first in order to change your eating habits or to even start a workout routine.
Absolutely. It took me months to go to start working out. I've been telling Kat forever, I'm coming.
Yeah, but
and then finally I finally made it.
I'm gonna do it.
It takes a while. Like you really gotta. It's a mental. And even with I'm going there. I'm busting my behind 3 days a week, and I'm still eating out every meal.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, that doesn't make any sense. So what I started doing was I started doing meal preps, save money. And I'm eating much healthier. So now you start to see the difference when you put it together.
That's so hard. It's like easier said than done.
Let me tell you what I do for meal prep.
I have tried to meal prep.
Let me just tell you.
Several times.
All I do is go get them frozen steamed bagged vegetables and rice or whatever. I go to Sam's. They have like some grilled chicken. It's already cooked. You throw it on the microwave, heat it up. I fry me. I'm not fry. Salmon I do till and man, get those glass bowls. It takes me like 30 minutes to prep meals for a couple days.
You do all your prep on one day?
I do it every because my freezer's so full.
That on Sundays.
Yeah,
for the whole
my
week.
freezer's so full. So I'll do like 2 or 3 days, but it's really much easier.
Do you prep?
I have to prep because of the daycare and because of my life. But when I tell you I hate to cook, I'm one of those people that's like, I know I'm a female, but I do not have to like to cook, and I do not. Yeah. So I prep on Sundays.
What I want to get into is empowering and supporting women. Do you think like your support team, what am I trying to say? Like empowering and supporting women, what does that look for you, and who do you look for, for support? Like I know like I can call on like my grandmother, hey Nana, what's this? Or I want to cook this. What you've cooked this before, how do I do this? Or like my friend, I'm having an issue with this. Do you think I handled this correctly? Or, in your opinion, what do you think? Like I look to, certain women for support depending on, what the situation might be. How do you feel about that?
I do the same. I do have a very, very close-knit, tight support system for more personal things or just like handling my kids. But just on a wider scale, I just feel like whatever age or culture, whatever we're going through right now, women support women. I don't care what no one says.
Yeah,
I could say like, hey y'all, I'm selling dinners. This is my new hustle. I promise you 30 people will buy meals. And you will get all the positive reinforcement and affirmations you need from sometimes strangers. Some of the kindest words came from other women that I don't know like that, but they see me trying, they see me trying something new, and they will support you. So I definitely think like it's important to have your close knit. Like I have my mom, I have my close friends, but I have people that I don't know that support me on a daily basis, whether it's supporting my business ventures or just giving me encouraging words or just, saying like, good job. I think support comes in all forms and it's all important. So,
I've gotten that with like my friend, the fitness thing before COVID hit. Like if she wouldn't have been going on hikes with me, I probably wouldn't have been going. Like we kept each other accountable, even down to like food. Like, girl, why are you eating that? Like, no, we just went hiking. We're going to go tomorrow. Why you have, get a salad? I don't want no salad, but, get a salad. Just that encouragement, keep trying. Or, hey, girl, we going jogging tomorrow. She might not jog. She'll walk with me. And I'm like,
but she's still there.
Girl. She's still there.
And those words
and she keeps
woke
me,
you up.
That keeps me accountable, too. And I'm like, all right, we're going. I got to go because she thinks we're going. So we're going.
So it was this year when I realized how important a close-knit friendship is, like during COVID, like 2020. And I was like, wow. Because I'm the type, I'm going to do it. I'm going to get it done anyway. I don't need nobody. And it's so horrible sometimes because you actually do, and I'm going to say it out loud, need support. You do.
You need somebody to check you and be like, no, that was wrong, or no.
Or you can do it. I realized it was this year, like I said at the beginning, when I was going through my anxiety, that you need a support system. You need that hug. You need that. Yes, girl, you got it. You need that. Oh, girl, what are you doing? You need that. I'm gonna pray for you. Let's pray. Breathe. You need that. You need someone who you can vent to and has your best interest in heart, whether you want to hear what they have to say or not. You absolutely need that. So when people on social media or whatever, I don't need no friends. I'm like, I don't know what you're talking about.
Not me.
Listen,
never said that.
If you don't need no friends or I ain't got no friends, please get a good friend. Because you absolutely, and shout out to my friends. I love all y'all. Even in here, coming in here today, just like feeling the great energy, the vibe, the love. It's just like, I wouldn't want to be anywhere else today but here with y'all.
No, but yeah, you're right. It's like we do need people. And this year showed like you in the house, I'm in the house by myself. I'm like, you need people. It's important. And it's important to support each other. It is. Yeah. It is. Like you said, it comes in all different forms. And it comes from strangers. It comes from you think nobody see what you're doing, and then somebody just out the blue is like, okay.
And especially as women, we understand each other. We know what what another woman might be going through, or what they've been through, or maybe you've been through something and you can like tell another woman, it'll be okay. It's gonna be fine.
That's what I was about to say. Because sometimes when people
do
the whole I don't need anyone, I feel like a lot of people have been throwing out little cries for help. For me, in my opinion, you never know what someone's going through, and just that little comment, you doing a good job, let me give you a hug. That will, make you feel good.
Yes. And then I have to say, like, once I really got myself out in the community and like meeting women
people,
and it's like, I think it's so dope because I love secure women who just doing their own thing and we just appreciate and and there's no jealousy. You just doing like you doing your thing. You teach you how to
just building each other up.
You ever see her on video when she's on live and she's building stuff and she's painting and she's doing her thing? I'm like, yes. And as a homeowner, you need to know that
it resonates with other people like you. You're like, oh, I know her.
It does.
So maybe I can get into that, but you might think about it, but just never do it. I'm like, oh, Sade's doing this. Let me look into that.
Let me call her. See how she did it. Because me, I've met some great women, you know, just being out more out. Like I didn't know Sade before I met her. Just great women meeting you. Well, we kind of always knew. But you know, but just still, even like you said, coming together today, it's like, hey y'all, it's like
hey girl.
It's like you would think that we was together all the time. You know what I'm saying? So it's just, I think it's dope, and I love it.
Being a woman, women can do that.
Yes.
We just, hey girl, like we talked earlier before about
the
you'll be out and you just go into the bathroom. Oh, hey girl, them shoes is cute.
Yes.
Like in the RGC, like, hey girl, fix your hair real quick.
Yes.
And a whole hour later has gone by. Y'all still in the bathroom? Yes, mind your business. We making connections in here.
Yeah, I love it.
Now we are reaching the end, so I want to end it off with a question. What is beauty, and how do you like manifest that? I mean, like for me, beauty, it changes. I think it I want to say evolves, or it I guess it depends on how you're feeling at the time, because you can say anything is beautiful. Like a sunset is beautiful. A person is beautiful. I mean, we're all beautiful. I think it changes, and it depends on the person, and especially the experiences and the things that you have been through. So for you guys, what is beauty? What do you find beauty in?
That's a good question.
I find beauty in like just looking out there, the sun. You know, like when I go on airplanes and I'm just, and I, you know, you're up and you're going and you're just looking out, and I'm just like, God is so good. Like just the creation.
So for you, beauty is like, it's calming.
Yes, and
it's relatable.
And that's one of the things. Like even being on, I love beaches. The sound of the waves and the sand. That's beauty. God's creation. God is beauty. God's creation is beauty. And I think as far as us, I see beauty as, of course, inside and out. A beautiful person to me is somebody who it's not about outside first for me, but your heart. You know how you love, and you know we have so many giving people who are just givers, and beauty is grace and elegance and class, and you know just all those things. Nurturing. Genuine. You know, beauty is just here. Like you can't
deny it.
It's just here.
It's
you know,
you feel it.
And when you are beautiful on the outside too, that is a bonus. Thank you, Lord.
Yes,
for the jeans.
No, Sade.
I don't know. I mean, I guess not so much in a physical sense, but I find real happiness and joy and beauty in just seeing people live whatever truth makes them happy. Like, you ever seen someone really busting their tail to achieve something, and when they finally get to whatever it is that they're trying to accomplish, like they are so elated. Like the Pursuit of Happiness, when Will at the end was like, and he doing all this stuff. You don't understand, like moments like that. Yeah. I live for moments like that. Like I will get so invested down the rabbit hole, like seeing someone's story. The girl Pinky Cole, I went to school with her. She does slutty vegan. It's a vegan truck. Started off as a vegan truck, and now she has this huge $1 billion vegan company. She's opened so many restaurants in just 5 years. She's a millionaire in 5 years. And I will go and watch her story and just get to the moment where it's just like, this is the moment where she got what she's been working for. You know, all that work she put in, like, this is it. So I love seeing that. Even in my son, watching him play soccer, he loves soccer and he's good. And when he's on that field, Cameron turns into a completely different person. He's in a zone. This is what he is here for. I love seeing people do that.
So you find beauty
I find beauty in that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Beauty in the end
Other
result.
people being joyful.
Like,
being joyful, like really
Yeah.
living in who they are, their purpose,
Yeah.
their talent, their truth, just
Their
their
genuine
genuine
self.
self.
Yes.
Yes, there you go.
So Chanel?
Beauty. I find beauty like the heart of a person. Like when someone's heart is so pure and so genuine and so
just
kind and
them.
so, I'm like, wow, you are beautiful. You are like, the personality is awesome. That is like, to me, that's the most beautiful thing I can see. Like, wow, you're such a great individual. It's because I feel like when you tap into yourself and push away all that negativity and your past things that happen and everything, and you just find peace within self, that is a beautiful thing. And like Sade said, is when you see someone's struggle or whatever, and you pay attention to their journey and where they are, it's like you respect it. And like, now that is a beautiful thing.
Yes.
Now that's beautiful.
Yeah.
And like when people in love. Like when people, the love of God. I don't mean to get too spiritual, but like the love of God is so beautiful when it's on the inside of you and it just comes out. That is beautiful. Like just knowing that this person, where they come from, and they didn't let anything else in life. You probably got abused. You probably been addicted. You probably came from the worst. I mean, anything could have happened to you in life, and yet you are still. You overcame it. Yeah. You got over that mountain, whether you pushed, whatever the case may be, and then this is the person you are. He's like, that right there is true beauty.
It never affected you.
Exactly. You still are a beautiful person. Yes, absolutely.
I just love looking at people and say, "Oh my gosh, you feel the beauty. You feel it.
You can definitely feel it.
Yes. Compliments.
Yes.
So.
And then one thing I want to say, beauty is you guys. This was absolutely.
Yes.
So
All
you
right.
are beauty.
So this concludes episode 4 of Let's Sit Down. It's been amazing.
Yes.
I had a really great time with you ladies.
Yes.
The vibes were just there, just awesome.
Yes.
Very positive. I want to give a shout out to Family Partnership for allowing us to shoot here in the Sadie Peterson Delaney African Roots Library. Like I said earlier, this is a gem in Poughkeepsie that not many people know about. Come and check it out. Learn about your history. Learn about your HERstory, you know. Just come and check it out. Get some knowledge. It's all African authors. They're, written by African American. There's autobiographies. There's nonfiction. You can find any and everything in here. So come check it out, and thanks for watching. See you too.